probably 1952. In those days, you had to do chores to get anything done. So our chores were mow the lawn, front and back, with the push mower. And if we mowed the lawn, my mom would drive us to the show and give us a quarter or an allowance. If we didn't do it, no allowance and no drive. In those days, the parents didn't drive kids anywhere. You know, you have legs, you walk. And that's it. They would pick you up. Even if it's raining, just you know, don't get your shoes wet. Don't play in the puddles. You know, that's the way it was. So he and I would mow the lawn. We had to put one kid on each handle to push that mower.
Oh wow!
So we'd get in the driveway and get a head of steam up. That's how we would do it. So as time passed, one of the neighbors offered us to mow his lawn. He says, "I'll pay you guys 50 cents to mow it." Go, all right, we'll do that. So we did, and that was our first outside cash flow.
So what did it cost to get into the movies?
It cost 15 cents. And we got a dime left for candy bars. Candy bars at the theater were still expensive, like a dime.
Yeah. Wow.
In fact, the worst thing that ever happened to me that I remember as a kid, she drops us off, we go up, and they raise the price to 16 cents.
Oh.
So the change we got was 9 cents.
Couldn't buy a candy bar.
You couldn't buy the big, like the big
big
Baby Ruth or whatever
yeah,
it is. So
right.
you could buy like a roll of Lifesavers, and I had like 4 cents left. I said, "What can I buy with this?" He said, "The only thing we have that's 2 cents. It's called Sen-Sen." What is it?
Sen-Sen. Oh my God. Yes.
Sen-Sen.
Yeah.
So,
Licorice.
yeah. So all right, we'll take Sen-Sen, which is terrible. It's like little.
Yeah.
I don't know,
It was like a
bits of-
little flat square, and it was, I mean, really strong.
You'd put
Yeah.
it in your mouth.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It was
It's more than.
It was more than licorice. It was very pungent. It was,
So you know, then pennies became valuable because then you have 26 cents, and you could get back to your.
nobody left a penny on the ground if you found it.
Oh no. No, never. You wouldn't even leave a Coke bottle on the ground. That was
Yeah,
that was our
exactly.
currency. So we'd walk the streets. So let's see. I wanted to get back to the lawn mowing. Okay. So the word got out that kids will mow lawns. Okay. So a couple more people asked us. So then we realized, hey, you know what? Maybe we could do this for more people. So then we would go, we mow our lawn, and then we would go knock on doors, a bunch of lawn mowed. And we developed a lot of customers. We might have had 50 customers.
Wow.
Yeah, we did a lot of lawn mowing.
Entrepreneurs.
We did. Well, we saved our money, and we bought one of the first rotary powered mowers.
Oh, smart.
I love it that you invested in
Capital
your company.
investment.
We did. Then we could like tear through these lawns. So our first shock of capitalism and greed, the first guy we go to, we mow his lawn, and we knock on the door, we're done. He goes, "What do you mean you're done?" "We're done." Well, he says, "Well, that ain't worth 50 cents. That didn't take you very long." He says, "I'll give you a quarter."
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
So he said, "All right."
So you started with contracts.
No, we just took whatever they would pay. You know, so we ran that. We had built up a big route. Maybe by then we had about 50 people mowing lawns for it, because we could bail through them. They could mow those, small lawns. They could mow the lawn in 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes at most. So we did that for maybe 6 or 8 months, and then the lawnmower broke. And we had no idea how to fix it, and so that was the end of our business.
Bill didn't know how to fix it?
We didn't know anything about stuff like that at the time. Yeah. Didn't work, wouldn't start, we couldn't make it work. My dad was never around, and so we retired that business.
Your mom and dad were still married then?
They got divorced when I was 14, so 54. It was around that time.
Okay.
Anyway, he wasn't around much anyway. The other little entrepreneurial thing we did, which is a very brief business, but my dad, mom, and some friends of theirs had a fireworks stand in San Fernando on 4th of July. And they were doing a pretty good business, but my mom kept telling my dad, our partners are stealing from us. He goes, "No, they wouldn't do that. They're friends of ours." He says, "I watch them. They're stealing." So she got mad. So every day she would come home for lunch and back and forth. She would take big bags of fireworks. She'd just steal them. She said, we're going to get something out of this. So we had a huge amount of fireworks at our house. Firecrackers. We had 372,000 ladyfingers. I remember that number. We had 1,000.
How many?
We had 1,000 packages of ladyfingers, and there's 372 in a pack. Wow. 1,000 packs. And we had probably 1,000 packs of firecrackers.
Ladyfingers are firecrackers.
Little firecrackers.
Okay.
And they're on a string. You'd light the whole thing at one time. And then we had Roman candles.
Oh yeah.
And skyrockets. So my mom and dad decided they would have a big 4th of July party. My dad built rocket launchers in the back patio, and they invited all the people, including the police chief, who lived around the corner. So they didn't bother us. But anyway, we had firecrackers. So some kid said, "Can I buy firecrackers from you?" Go, "Yeah, 50 cents pack." Go, so okay.
Stolen property.
50 cents. We'd mow a lawn for that. Here we could just sell this. Okay? So we sold him, and it wasn't long. A couple more kids came. Are you guys the one with the firecrackers? Yeah, we are. How much are they? $1. So then what we did, back then kids that could drive had what's called a Cushman motor scooter. They have like, it's a little putt-putt motor scooter.
Yes.
It has a little metal thing on the back, but they could carry a rider. Not motorcycle, but it was a motor scooter, what they called them. A lot of kids had those. So we're sitting out on our front porch, and we had a quart jar, canning jar. And we'd put the money in, the kids would come by, and we wait. Pretty soon, they started coming on these Cushman motor scooters, But these the guys with the firecrackers? Yes, boom. And we're doing a land office business, and our jar was full of money. Okay? So my mom came home for dinner, and she goes, "What are you guys doing?" I said, "Oh, Mom, you can't believe this. Look at this. We're selling firecrackers. These people are coming from everywhere." And so we had way over $100 in our thing at the time. So she says, "Oh, no, we can't do that. These are not legal. You guys stop right now." She took I don't think I ever saw the quart jar again either.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I just remember she took it, and a little bit later, knocked on the door, and it's the police. And she went to the door. I could hear her say, "Ma'am, do you know anything about anybody selling firecrackers around here?" She goes, "No." He says, "Well, if you do, somebody said it might be this house." She says, "No, wouldn't happen here." Says, "Okay, well, remember, like, here's my card. If you get any idea, let us know." Okay, thank you. So that was the end of our firecracker business.
And just the two of you. Bobby was never involved in that.
No, he was too little.
Okay.
No, just us.
Yeah.
What else did we do? Well, we did a lot of hiking. In those days, kids were allowed to go anywhere as long as you were home for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
You don't be late for dinner, but get up in the morning and go, which we would do. So one of our favorite things was to go across Foothill Boulevard into the foothills and hike up there. Most of the time it was just uneventful. We'd catch lizards, or we'd just hike around trying to, do whatever. There was one area we liked. It was like a ridge of like a decomposed granite, and it had a perfect V in it. And it was just right size for a kid to slide. So we'd go up there, we'd slide down this thing on our butts, and it was fun. So then as we explored more one time, we looked down this ridge, and there was like a shack with a tin roof on it. So of course, what are you going to do with the tin roof and you have elevation? You're going to throw rocks at it, right?
Oh.
Absolutely. Okay. So there was three of us: Bill, Flanagan, and myself. So boom, we started throwing rocks. Bang! Off. Oh, this is cool. Bang! And we were up
Loud too.
Probably as high as the top of that tree, looking down on this shed. So after about a couple of minutes of this, a person came out. It was a guy. He didn't have a shirt on, and yelling at us, "Stop doing this!" And so we just laid low. And as soon as he went back in, started throwing rocks again. So when he came out, this time he had a gun.
Oh!
And he just says, boom, 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 and he was shooting at us. Yeah. So we were laying down, and I could remember the sound of the bullet. And they would go in.
Oh, wow.
over our heads. So we went home and told my dad. And I said, look what this guy shot at us. He goes, what were you guys doing? Just throwing rocks at the roof. And he shot at us. He goes, don't do that. He's probably there with his girlfriend. What's that?
Shacking
Anyway,
up.
he would take no action.
Your father.
He
Yeah.
says, you guys shouldn't be doing stuff like that.
Wow.
Okay. So they shot at us, but he didn't care.
God.
So, yeah.
Wow.
That's why he came out without his shirt on. At least he got his pants on.
Yeah, that's exactly why. We realized later, much later, what was going on.
Okay, I'm going to cut here.